in this video, we are going to be analysing JPMorgan Chase, ticker JPM. So to get straight into it, first I do want to point out is that Jamie Dimon has been talking a lot today, and one of the things that was pointed out was here, it was to do with, it was basically just saying JPMorgan, or Jamie Dimon says JPMorgan has $1.2 trillion of cash. So again, this won't be actual physical bills, but it will mean they have things like T-bills and stuff like that. Basically just anything that's liquid. So seeing that is obviously a good sign, especially if people are going to be defaulting on loans from the retail side, and if obviously their investment banking side of things will be declining in value, because obviously there won't be as much activity going on in that side of things. So even if earnings decline, again, JPMorgan is going to be one of those stronger banks. I mean, we saw it in 2008. They didn't really need any help compared to a lot of other banks that were definitely struggling during that time. And that's why JPMorgan is always one of these key ones to be watching, especially when markets are weak. But anyway, to get into the technical side of it, and again, this is technical levels. So this, if you're looking to trade the stock, this should give you better entries and exits, but shouldn't be your only reason for entry, because if you trade only off technicals, a lot of the times really you will just get kind of screwed. And it's usually better to trade it off a fundamental reasoning and then using technicals for the entries and exits. But anyway, we have closest resistances at 117 and 121. Now we can see this is where we kind of faded to a few months ago, and we've tried to retest this now twice, failed both times. So do be cautious of this. We can also see as well, this is starting to create quite an obvious trend down here, and we can see if we start pushing up quite quickly, this is going to line up, this trend line and the 117 is going to line up quite nicely. So really this 117 and 121 is going to be hard to break, but if we can, this could really lead to a nice boost in JPMorgan. Even if markets stay weak, we could see a stock like JPMorgan and outlier kind of push up again. In time, it will probably fade with the market if the market stays weak, but you could definitely see a temporary breakout on something like JPM. Now, if we break that, we're then looking at 131, 142, so that's kind of 143. And again, this will be another key level of resistance, because not only would that be our third deviation on the 6 month, which would signal we would start to pull back, but it is also, two key levels. And we can see, obviously, we struggled here, kind of earlier this year. So definitely a key level. And even though this is one of the stocks I prefer to be holding long, it is something I would definitely be looking in profits. Again, JPMorgan is not a stock I tend to ever short, but it's definitely something I would be more short by coming into that level. If we break that though, we are then looking at the 158, the 165 and the 185 at final levels to the upside. And again, the way to look at these levels aren't by thinking, okay, we're definitely going to $185. Instead, just look at really just the closest two levels. And what I mean by that is you can see we have support at around 104 and 101. So we can see we're currently bouncing off that 101 support. We are pushing up. It's showing buying pressure come in. And what this would indicate is more than likely we are now going to continue all the way to $117. And then again, that's your only focus. Now, once you come into the 117 and the 121, your key focus is, can we break it or not? If we start to fade, expect to move back to 104. If we can hold this level, meaning break above it, come back to retest it as a support and it holds, then you can expect to push to 131 in time. Now, if we do continue down, we are then paying attention to $90, $80, $77, and then final levels taking us down to around $65 and $60. But really, JPMorgan, if we fall below that 100, definitely something I'll be looking to definitely size up on the investment account. But again, off any of these really key levels, they provide trading opportunities. We saw it. I mean, we retested these statistical deviations. We failed. Short bias opportunities. We're now getting the bounce, a long bias opportunity to around 117. Now, if we fade below here, you can try and play the short play down to 90, but if we come down to 90, again, provides another long play. So there is definitely some good opportunities on JPMorgan. And one other technical thing that stands out is obviously we are trading at a divergence. We did make a lower low, but we did make a lower low, but we didn't make a lower low on the RSI. Indicates obviously a divergence. So these are the key levels we're paying attention on JPMorgan. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out one of these two analysis videos.